worker engagement, where on the demand side, there is the service seeker, i.e. the consumer with a demand for a specific task. And on the supply side, there is a service provider, i.e. a gig worker who can perform that specific task. In this economy, tech-enabled platforms connect the consumer to the gig worker to hire services on a short-term basis. In India, the gig economy is rapidly growing. With a CAGR of 17%, it's expected to grow to $455 billion by 2023, and these numbers are expected to double because of the COVID-19 pandemic. 56% of new employment comes from the world of the gig economy, and 24% of the world's gig workers come from India. Big players include Swiggy, Zomato, Uber, Ola, Urban Clap, and more. Gig work was initially attractive to many because of the flexibility of work hours, the option of working different jobs at your convenience, and the safety cushion it provided to people who were between jobs looking to make some money during their job search. But now we're seeing the drawbacks of the gig economy phenomenon. There's job and income uncertainty, there's a lack of upward mobility, there's few to no worker protections from employers, and there's little investment from employers into employees because of the short-term nature of the job. These translate into larger macroeconomic questions. Is the gig economy worsening income inequality? And does the gig economy further gendered occupational segregation? According to sociologist Guy Standing, the gig economy has led to the formation of a new class, the precariat, which consists of people who perform precarious work that is neither secure or assured for any length of time. This concept ties in with the concept of labor market monopsony. Monopsony of employers occurs when there's one dominant or a few dominant employers with an abundant supply of workers. Tech aggregates like Uber, Ola, Urban Clap, etc. fall into the monopsony employers category. Employers here have higher bargaining power, because of which they can offer lower wages and less protections to employees. They have wage setting power, which, to illustrate graphically, allows them to pay workers W3 as a wage instead of the profit maximizing W2. Additionally, the incentive-based models of these platforms make it so that drivers or other workers do not get bonuses until they meet their increasingly difficult targets, which often leads them to working longer hours for the same amount of pay. Occupational segregation. Most gig economy platforms require gig workers to own smartphones and have access to mobile internet. In India, only 21% of Indian women use mobile internet, and women are 20% less likely than men to own mobile phones and other assets because of sociocultural norms. Additionally, women can mostly only work during the day or in certain areas because of safety concerns. And because of the incentive structures of these platforms, this often leads them to getting less opportunities and therefore less income than men overall. Thus, the wage gap has followed women into the gig economy, with women earning 8 to 10% less than men on digital platforms. There has been some progress to these problems. For example, the latest union budget mentioned gig workers for the first time in Indian history. It provides them with social security, including state insurance and minimum wage. We can improve on this, however, by following California's three-pronged employee test approach. This would effectively ensure that employers give gig workers the same benefits they would to regular employees. The current National E-Governance Plan promises mobile connectivity to all sectors of society. However, there is potential for the plan to focus more specifically on women, who often get left behind in the digitization discussion. There's currently no provisions for upward mobility in digital platforms, but companies should be encouraged to train their gig workers, invest in them, and create career trajectories for them within their company. And finally, today there are some companies like Uber and Swiggy who have extra incentives for women during the daytime and security provided to women during the nighttime. But such provisions shouldn't be the exception, they should be the rule. All digital platforms should have similar provisions to level the playing field in the gig economy. Thank you.